Hello, and welcome back to Vintage Story on our furry server, Crystal Seas. I had decided, I need to get a whole bunch of that red clay out. Might as well just dig it out, and maybe that could be our basement. I got down far enough that we're in the bauxite. I was like, okay, I might be able to do bauxite flooring. I don't think I can do bauxite walls because I don't know, something with the color. I have trouble dealing with the color. Polished might be better. Some of the bauxite, it really varies. The regular rock is a little more duller color. The cobblestone's like really bright. So I'm like, okay, well, I have some other wood that I've collected. Maybe I can use that here. Tone it down. Kapok, the bark, thought maybe the contrast with the orange might work. And then like the natural wood tone, maybe I would end up doing something with the flooring, putting in some sort of chiseling or something. I'm not sure. I also got oak, so I'm kind of messing around. Maybe the debarked stuff then there might be too little contrast if we do boards and debarking, and if I did a whole lot of debarking stuff I would need a lot more trees. So I think I'll monkey around with this and maybe figure out Kapok might work better for flooring. I might have to just scratch the whole idea and put in a different flooring, but that's what I was trying to not do. Thought about flat wall, recess wall. I've not decided on that, but we have a nice big area down here and saved some of the red clay over to the side. I don't think I need to dig out the whole thing, but it was a substantial deposit, so just gotta monkey around with some of this stuff. Rammed earth, I wanted to do some sort of flooring or something in it. It's kind of a nice muted, but it has a little bit of detail in it, so I might be able to work it in somewhere. I'll have our little temporary dirt stairs going up. And hopefully I have not missed the jump yet, but we have just only a little bit of other stone stuff collected, partially because I didn't have a lot of space. Obviously could make cobblestone. The mud brick was an option I was thinking for floor, maybe. Just because, it's not too hard. I did pick up all that red clay, so that is an option. Light or dark mud brick could work. Cobblestones, I just don't think the bauxite cobblestone, I think it's just too bright. Unless I happen to do something else with that, but I don't want to dig up the flooring quite yet in case I need to actually keep it. So it would be a good bit of mud brick. So I could replace sand, but the cobblestone, it's just very orangey. The polished is just all orange. The blocks aren't bad. That would have to get the mortar going. And the dry stone. I always like the dry stone combination. Got fanned. That is a possibility to do with the flooring. Did want to do other fanned stuff, so I don't know if that'd be too much. The age stuff would be fantastic, but you gotta get it from a ruin, and finding that has been a little challenging. Bauxite ruins, anyhow. Find plenty of other stuff. Just like I could find plenty of the granite, so I could go and do that. Or I can collect a whole lot of dried grass and do some bricks. The other one does take sand, so it makes it lighter, but the same materials. I don't think the sand would just take a little more time doing that. Not a problem. But it is a good bit of getting resources together for that. Almost missed that. Okay. Do have some wood collected. That's why I was thinking the walls with wood might work. We'll put that back for now while we kind of figure things out. Yeah, gravel, just a little bit of sand so far. The rammed earth, it's still a possibility. And that is all the fan collection for our pathways outside. My shovel's almost done, so we're gonna need to get a new one. Okay, so I figured, just skip the bauxite. You can do it. Just skip it. And that's what I figured. We got a nice compilation of the different kinds of dry and cobble and other types of granite blocks that came from ruins. Granite sand, pretty easy to get. I have plenty of oak. And here we can start doing on our flooring. I was thinking parquet. That's not the right design. But you kind of have to start in a corner and work your way around. Add in a little bit by bit, and then once you get some filled in, it's a lot easier to get that bit done. And then we're going to start with the bald cypress walls. I wanted something white. I didn't think I could do plaster. I really wanted cream, like maybe even a limestone sand, but sadly, no limestone. Go ahead and fix this bit because I think I might need this up more. I do want to have a slight bit of difference with the level of ground. It's higher up here, but it's a little bit lower on the west side. That way we have a little bit of different room elevations and stuff, and a little bit of a difference when you come out of the place. So some of this is going to be exposed and some of this is not going to be. So we're going to have like a step down on one side. So we're going to need to move this up one. I also had started putting in the stairway. I had grabbed some stairs from one of those ruins. I haven't gotten them turned around, but I figured, you know, why not do that and get it in here. So turning it back and forth. Not sure, we might need to cut that out. Yeah, we're going to need to cut that out. That's too close. That's okay. And it's all about the direction that you are placing your cursor on. Which side of the block. Now, what would be a challenge is doing this by chisel and making a really small pattern of parquet. Although I think in our previous Riverlands server, they did have some mod. So it's mod you could get that could change your flooring types with wood. I think I'll leave those out too. It's just a little too close. And I don't foresee any reason for not having the whole floor be kapok planks. I do not want sand there. We're going to want some more bald cypress planks. Start building up the wall here. we don't have any light out and such, so eventually some baddies may want to come around and live in our basement, so get some torches and stuff set up there. I have only like a couple lanterns, so don't want to do too much right now, and we can get more of these boards taken care of. More stacks basically, and I will probably need to go and get some more at some point. I figured sometimes the easiest thing to do is, well, first of all, put it in the right orientation, but get your walls up, then figure out where you want to put windows. However, the door is important, so count these blocks out and get a number here. Okay, that's 7. We're going to have a double door. I usually don't get a chance to work with double doors just because I'm not usually lucky and find them. And then when I build stuff, I don't think about actually building with double doors, but we've got a pair sitting in our boxes, so we need to get those walls up. But I had gotten some glass started the next day and some red brick. I thought, well, we have so much red clay, why don't we use some brick? A little leather going too. Those are the doors. They're 3 tall. So these are the aged ones, so of course you can't build these particular ones, but get a bit of a wall done up here, and that one is not correct again. I don't think there's going to be an easy way. We need to get rid of those and then fix the top one over there. So that way we can go through and use our doors. So downwards to the basement, I was thinking maybe having a slightly elevated kitchen bit over here. A little bit of stairs going up. We gotta come down on that side. Doors. And then, of course, once you get the doors in, it's a little bit easier to figure out where do you want your windows. And out here, I'll have to move the garden stuff. Do torches down here. I was thinking since the kitchen is there, this corner, figuring out how to encase it, but putting it in here might be the good place for the cellar. And we got 7 that way, so we can put our wall in here, and it's definitely not too wide. It is 6 tall to the top of the blocks there. So we'll just need to put a wall in here and around there. I think between the oak logs it'll work just fine. Close it in, put some bricks in there, some actual stone, because I don't know if cellars with sand would be affected by the temperature or, you know, actually be a cellar. Speaking of, we need to grab some food. This is why there's so many berries around here that I've left the bushes. I've moved them a tiny bit, but there's just naturally a lot of bushes here. Oh yes, and we need a little bit more rope and some flax linen so we can finish off our stuff. I have enough things here. There we got 10. We got 10. And a little bit more of flax fibers put together with a little more twine. Makes our linen. Let's see what else we got done over here. I need to plant more. Here I was thinking I had all the stuff that I needed, but sadly, not the case. I'll pick that up. The amaranth did not do so good in the winter. So our temperature must have gotten down just cold enough, and I haven't really had the need to go and harvest everything. Just because I'm also limited on space until I get that cellar done. Then we'll definitely be planting more stuff there. Grab our flax. Oh, put the rope in there. I believe the rope and the linen is the last part. Probably the sails, be my guess. And then boat, I think, will be pretty much done. Then we can actually use it to start going places instead of picking up a raft and an oar all the time. And you know, you always do need a little extra flax and linen and stuff anyhow for repairing your clothing and your gear, all the canvassing. So I think with gathering a few more things, some more bald cypress, I think I have enough kapok. I have a few that are growing that it won't be a problem with finishing up any kind of flooring. And we can continue building this upwards, figuring out where to put things. I was thinking of having some sort of like pillars in the middle, pulling up part of this, and going to be generous with the heights of each floor. We'll get back to more next time. Thanks for watching, and see you later.